Everyone, it's 9:52 on the 4th of November 2022. Happens to be my brother's 34th birthday. I just said that to Graham and he's like, "You have a brother?" And I'm like, I get asked that a lot when I mention him because yeah, I definitely have a brother. Thankfully my brother refuses to get involved with the drama, which in a way is quite cool because we're getting to know each other better. Most people don't know I have a brother because up until recently there hasn't been much contact. I don't know my brother, though I'm hoping I will get to. Anyway, if you read my blogs on my actual website, this is going to make more sense what I'm talking about, yeah? Last night I wrote a blog and I was like, I absolutely must figure out a way to ensure that I'm up by 7. If for no other reason, then I have to take my medication at that time because it just fucks me up all day. Now, I actually woke up at like 7:15 this morning. And again, just like the other day, I was like, I'm awake, let's get up. Then the other part of my brain was like, no. So we didn't. And then Graham called me because I'd asked him to call me if he hadn't heard from me by the time I got, like, the time he was awake. So he called me at like 8:40. And I was like, yeah, all good. I'm getting up. And again, just went straight back to sleep. So when Boss woke me up for breakfast, I remember thinking, this is my last free day. I've got nothing on. And then I quickly realized that that is not true because I have an online meeting with uni at 11:30 and I have tennis at 3 and I absolutely have to walk my dog in between and like walk, not go to the dog park, walk, because I need to warm up before I go play some tennis because, wow, we know what happened last time, yeah? And I need to do whatever I can to avoid being in pain. But the most pressing thing I need to do is have a shower. And I'm still waking up. I'm still on my first coffee. I'm not far through it, but hopefully it'll be warm while I get to it. But, you know, I reheat my coffee so often throughout the day. I'm used to it if it's not. Friday, right. Oh my God. Okay. Can't believe I almost forgot this. Now there's a timer back on my phone, which means I need to sort out my shit, but that's okay. Toastmasters was amazing. Yeah. I had the absolute best time. The regular meetings are just fucking awesome. The lady I originally dealt with one of the older ladies who's just been a member for like ever and just beautiful. But the lady who was like, I think she's like a vice president. I'm not totally sure how it works because she seems to have like a set job, whereas the Toastmasters change every meeting. Anyway, there were 3 guests, including me, yeah? And when she opened the meeting, like it's full on, like minutes are being taken, notes are taken throughout, there's the podium, the stage, the whole thing, like desks in a sort of, I don't know, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like a square, but the top line is a stage. Anyway, she welcomed members and guests and specifically called out the 2 other people's names, but not mine. And I obviously registered it, but I mean, didn't think anything of it. I'm not taking that personally, you know. What I didn't know is that the woman I was originally talking to through email, who like was the first point of contact, like there are so many things happening at the same time that I didn't know. So we get to the end and then there's like this, so when people have speeches, then there's the evaluators, and then it's like the evaluators get evaluated, and then at the end of the meeting, they go through like the minute meetings or whatever it is. And the woman on the side of me who had originally talked to him had been keeping track of absolutely everything. Now, they keep track of when you're speaking, how many filler words you make and how many times you repeat yourself and things like and and so, and like there's these random words that if you repeat, it's all put like sort of kept, everything is being noted down, let's put it that way. Anyway, so I didn't know that there was like all this stuff happening in the background, because obviously it's the second time I've been and I'm a guest so far, and I don't have access to the stuff online until I pay my membership, yeah? Anyway, before I get to the like end part of the meeting, there was like, I'd been told last week that they have like prepared speeches, like there's so many sort of tiers and levels and things like that, yeah? But they do impromptu speaking, yeah? And let's see if I can find my notes. So they do this impromptu stuff, right? And basically it's, so they call it table topics, yeah? And it's 6 topics are randomly allocated, right? So the table topics master, there's all these fancy names for each person here, calls on 6 random attendees to deliver 1 to 2 minutes of impromptu speeches. So the respond to the question posed by the, I've only just figured out what the TT master means, because I fucking couldn't figure it out last night. So the TT master is the table topics master. Okay, so anyway, there were 6 questions. And they had sort of obviously briefed us. They were like, you get less than 20 seconds to figure out your answer. You come up to the stage. Yeah, and they were reading through the questions. And I misunderstood at the start exactly what was happening, because I misunderstand so much shit. It's not funny. Yeah? At least I'm okay with admitting that. Anyway. So I thought when this originally started, yeah, that every one of us had to answer the question, say like in our head, and then would be called up. That's not how it went at all. So I started trying to write the questions and only got to number 2 before I realized, okay, this is being run differently than I realized, yeah? Anyway, they got to this, and I remember thinking, it's my second time here. I'm not a member, I'm a guest. Surely to God they wouldn't call on someone for impromptu speaking this early in the game, yeah? I was wrong, yeah? So the actual like topic for yesterday, because there's a theme for every meeting, and yesterday's meeting theme was life's a game, play it. Which I quite love, because all my stuff's called Life's a Story, so tied in nicely, yeah? Anyway, they read out the 4th question. And the 4th question was, explain your views as a game player, as in life, yeah? And my name got called out. And we're talking, as soon as I had the thought that was like, they're not going to call fucking guests for impromptu speaking, I hadn't even had a chance to like wrap my head around fucking potentially being called on. Oh my God, there's a message just come through. It could be the fucking uni results. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to finish this first because my time is clicking down. So anyway, but yeah, I got called on. Now we had been told, interesting, because we had been told that if you didn't want to do it, you could pass, like you could just say no, but members couldn't. So it's interesting now that I'm remembering that, because obviously then that includes that we could have been called on, but I don't know. I was like, as we know, my pain levels just increase to the time it gets to night time. It's unfucking like bearable. Now these things start at like 7, they go until like 9:30, and that's like my period of time where I'm in the most pain. Not trying to make up excuses, just that's how it is, yeah? Anyway, the question went out. I got called, didn't think twice about it. I was like, absolutely, I'm a part of this. Got up, so professional and formal. I fucking love it. And based on the impromptu speaking and how it's meant to be done and all the things that got spoken about last night, I am 100% absolutely realizing that there is like, it's not like I'm realizing it. I've known it for a long time, but I can now see it and feel it. My videos, like I'm making right now, are literally what happens in this impromptu speaking, yeah? It's just free flow of consciousness. But yeah, I went up, I answered my question. I basically spoke about being a game player in life in the sense of my many different invisible illnesses, and sort of was like, I obviously tell real stories, but I do inject the humor, yeah? And I was like, I believe we're all connected at one. I believe that as a game player in life, whatever I do affects the next person. I was lying, what you put out is what you're getting. And I just keep getting diagnosed with fucking, no swearing obviously. I just keep getting diagnosed with conditions. And I was like, I choose to see this now through the eyes of the more stuff I have to deal with, the more people I can relate to, because, like, let's face it, I'm on a path to get me to my ultimate goal. Like, I have no doubt that this will happen. But I'm feeling good, but I do have a meeting with uni that I really need to have a shower for. I mean, I don't really, no one would know I'm on video, but I do. And I have got stuff to do because I still have to figure out this app, and classes start on Monday. So I think the results have just come through. Not 100%, but fingers fucking crossed, people, it's okay. And I don't mean okay as in that I pass. I'm like not worried about passing. I'm just one like this. Blah. I will update you all once I've got more room on my phone, once I've figured out my shit, and I'll let you know how I go. Till then, happy Friday, everyone.